There's a story in each box score. This channel's about those stories. This is Daily Random NFL.
Daily Random NFL.
On November 23rd, 1952, the 5-3 Green Bay Packers hosted the 0-8 Dallas Texans at City Stadium. There were 16,340 in the crowd, and Green Bay was favored by 3 touchdowns. Jimmy Phelan had previously coached the Los Angeles Dodgers for 2 seasons in the AAFC and the New York Yankees in 1951 in the NFL. Overall, he was 12-32-2 in 4+ seasons. New Jersey native Frank Tripucka was his guy under center. The Texans were the 3rd team for Tripucka through his 4 NFL seasons to date, and this season would be his last in the NFL. 8 years later, he resurrected his career with the AFL's Denver Broncos, playing 4 more seasons and making a Pro Bowl appearance. The only future Hall of Famer on Dallas's roster was defensive lineman Gino Marchetti. Gene Ronzani was in his 3rd season leading Green Bay. So far, he had authored an 11-21 record, but he was looking to turn the corner with his team at 5-3 coming into this game. 3rd-year vet Tobin Rote was taking the snaps for Ronzani. Rote had appeared in every game since the start of his career, starting most of them, and had a 39.4 completion percentage with 22 touchdowns and 44 interceptions. This was not really very bad in those days. Hall of Famers on Green Bay's roster that day were defensive back Bobby Dillon and back Tony Canadeo. I wasn't there, and cameras weren't invented yet, so I'll just tell you what happened. The Packers struck first in the opening period when Canadeo pulled down a 21-yard reception from Rote. After a Fred Cone conversion, the score sat at 7-0. But not for long. The Texans struck back on a Tripucka 8-yard scramble for a touchdown. Keith Flowers made the extra point to tie things up at 7 going into the second quarter. Babe Parilli, who didn't start at quarterback, but did make 4 of 17 passes for 110 yards and 4 interceptions, also did some good with a pair of second quarter touchdown passes. First to Billy Houghton for 50 yards, then to Bob Mann on an 18-yard strike. The 2 teams win in a half, with the Packers enjoying a robust 21-7 lead. Canadeo scored his second touchdown of the game in the 3rd quarter on a 10-yard run to make it 28-7. Then, Rote proved he could throw touchdowns as well, nailing Breezy Reed with an 81-yard bomb. Trailing 35-7, Dick Horner scored for Dallas on a 6-yard run to close the gap back to 21. With a comfortable lead, the Packers added 1 more score when Ace Loomis returned an interception 45 yards for a touchdown, which set the final score at 42-14. With almost no pressure to perform, the Texans did manage to win 1 game before the end of the season and the end of the Texans. Although the team folded, in reality, the assets of the team were simply moved to Baltimore and rebranded as the Colts. They even kept the same colors. Green Bay didn't manage to win another game for the rest of that season, finishing 4th in the NFL National Division at 6-6. Houghton did manage to lead the NFL with 1,231 receiving yards. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.